Good morning, America. My name is Danny. I'm a 49-year-old American. This is my show, Danny's Pit. It's not for children, so if you're under the age of 18, it's not for you. If I get you to hit like, subscribe, and share, please. It'd really help out my channel and get you in for the perks and the free giveaways that I talk about. Just leave me your information on that Gmail there, and you'll get a patriotic dog tag if I pull your name. Got a few coming in and a few going out, so I ain't forgot about you guys. Anyway. That being said, topic of today's pit, bye Biden. I was watching another YouTuber this morning in his cast, and I thought, well, that was some pretty good information. I'll pass it on to people that might not watch that guy. There's some weird things happening since the debate with Biden and his administration, and he put up a chart, like Biden's itinerary for the day, and it showed some disturbing things. Camilla, vice president, is attending these meetings designed only for the president. Like some of these meetings, like first time ever a vice president is sitting there listening to this stuff. They're I want to say trying to groom her maybe. He is, I guess, as we speak, meeting with Democratic governors from across the country. The leading contender right now, it seems, is Gavin Newsom to replace him. Gavin Newsom is the governor of the state that I live in, which is California. He's the genius behind the $20 an hour minimum wage, which made a lot of people happy and got a lot of people fired because they couldn't sustain that, and a lot of businesses closed. We've lost a few restaurants here. They're closing all over the place. $20 an hour to pay somebody to sell you a Big Mac. Can't even get a Big Mac for like under $5 nowadays. It's completely just out of control. And that's the best they got. And meanwhile, here on our side, if you're on the side of the pit, we have former President Trump. Now, if you watch the debate, like I've said before, it was basically, Weekend at Bernie's. I made a pit called Weekend at Biden's just for that. Because Trump just manhandled him. I mean, that one line when he said, I don't know what he just said, and I bet he don't know what he just said either. And all Biden did was have a look of a Muppet with his mouth wide open. Kind of sad, really. This man wants to run. He wants to be president for 4 more years. Let me ask you guys this. Do you think he's even qualified to drive a school bus? Would you trust him to drive your kid from the bus stop to the school without ending up in frickin' Arizona somewhere or Canada or Mexico? I mean, we wouldn't trust him. He wouldn't be able to drive a school bus or any kind of like transportation like that, but yet he wants to run the country. And I'm doing this with a smile, but it's also serious because the rest of the world is watching. Like I said, Australia Sky News, Rita something, I always forget her last name. They got a segment on Sky News Australia called Lefties Losing It. And they love America. They just can't believe what's happening here. And, imagine how we feel is how I want to tell her. This is definitely not the America that me, my wife, my sister, anybody that I know of, we're not living in the same America that we grew up in. And that is sad. And it's fixable. It's fixable in November. And like I said, a lot of you guys don't like Trump for whatever reasons. Put that aside. Presidents don't have to really be like walk on water perfect. But, as much as they've thrown at Trump and nothing has stuck, again, he's not Jesus Christ or anything like that. But maybe he was sent to us by Jesus. I don't know. Nothing seems to stick. The man has been doing business deals for 70 years or so, or whatever. And just now they're trying to bring all this stuff on him, which I reported on the other day that the Supreme Court has ruled him having broad immunity on January 6th, which is great because that's how it should be. I just hope they compensate all the prisoners of January 6th that are now being getting pardoned or whatever because that was wrong. That was a setup. Everybody who's seen the tapes knows it. And people had to go to jail for a long, long time and over nothing, really. Over taking a guided tour by the feds, and then they arrested a handful of people, whoever they wanted to. So I'm just going to leave you with that. Short pit, 5 minutes. Camilla's attending these meetings. He's meeting with governors. His top pick as of right now seems to be Gavin Newsom, and he's got like a 40% approval rating in California. That $20 an hour minimum wage raise was like the stupidest thing he could have ever done. like I said, you wanna fix this, lower the cost of higher education, so people don't have to go to McDonald's and beg for $20 an hour. I mean, it's a hard job, I give you that, but it's not worth $20 an hour. Doctors deserve, big money. I mean, hell, a lot more than $20 an hour, but you get my point. So anyway, to wrap it all up, think about that. This guy wants to run for you guys who are Biden forever. Drop comments. But this is a guy I wouldn't trust. Like I said, I wouldn't trust, if I had kids, I wouldn't trust him to be the bus driver of my kids' school bus. Like I said, he'd end up, somewhere, who knows where they'd end up, eating ice cream somewhere. Who knows? But anyway, with all that being said, I'm going to wrap it up. Stay vigilant, America. Keep looking forward, but once in a while look behind you, and don't let them lie to you and see through the lies. Biden isn't competent anymore, and probably hasn't been for a lot longer than they've let on. And trying to groom Kamala, which would be just a nightmare, or putting someone like Gavin, that would be the best bet, because I bet you money, diamonds to dollars, that Trump would mop the floor with Gavin just as easily as he would Biden, because Trump is that way. He's very smart. He knows many huge words. He says that a lot, but he doesn't need to. It just shows. And he's a leader. He's a natural born leader. He's charismatic. So think about that. I'm not brainwashed. I ain't in no cult. I've just been paying attention. I ain't woke. I'm awake. And that's a big difference. So God bless each and every one of you. Stay safe, stay healthy, be safe, be healthy. It's still early. Call someone you love. Go give someone you love a hug. Tomorrow's not promised. God bless these wonderful and beautiful United States of America that we are lucky as hell to be living in. And I haven't said this in a while again, but it will get better. Trust me, November, if everything goes the way it should with no cheating, should be a landslide. Anyway, I'm sure I'll be talking to you before then. I'll be back should YouTube allow it, guys. Pit members, you rock. If you stayed to the end, you really rock, and I appreciate every one of you guys. So, like I said, I'll be back should YouTube allow it. So until that time comes, stay tuned. Thank you very much.